calling, you're denied. Seek and destroy. Tear through the void. Raffleish, none survive. Seek and destroy. No one alive. No one alive. Fire rising, skies turn black. Feel the claws upon your back. Crimson rivers flood the ground. Unrelentless prey is found. No mercy here, no place to hide. Death is calling, you're denied. Seek and destroy. Tear through the void. Raffleish, none survive. Seek and destroy. No one, no one alive.
Well, welcome in everybody to round number 8 of the Enduro Tech Racing Ministock Teams League, live from Huset's Speedway. And well, round 8 does mean the penultimate qualifying round for the teams tonight. Some teams definitely facing a must-win situation, and we have some epic battles lined up for tonight's racing, that is for sure. Expect plenty of big hits going in tonight, that is for sure. We'll update everybody tuning in on the current points situation, and there it is right in front of you. And that massive points haul at the moment for the Sigma team. Of course, they are on their bye tonight, so they will be missing from the action, but nonetheless it should be absolutely awesome racing no matter what. But fast lane, you can see there, 2,185, currently holding down P2 in the championship, and tonight they are coming up against, try and remember, Kamikazes, I believe they are facing tonight. So fast lane, they'll be looking to lock in that second place. Of course, the green up the top there, those are your major semi-finals. They sit out the first round of semi-finals, I guess. The next 4 teams that you got there, I guess the 3rd and 4th team, they will face off tonight. The 2 THD teams, that is going to be one heck of a battle. Only 20 points separating them. And of course, KSR and Archery War, they are your first lineup tonight, and they currently hold the other minor semi-final spots at the moment. So plenty to play for. EDR tonight, they come up against the Expendables, and EDR, well, they have a bye next week, so they need to do as much as possible tonight to show up in that last week of racing. And yeah, at the moment, Kamikazes, they just holding on to that 8th spot, 9th spot there, the Expendables. Of course, the final night of racing, it's 8th versus 7th, 6th versus 5th, 4th and 3rd, and 1st and 2nd. So that bottom team possibly could be facing their last couple of weeks racing in the league. So we'll see how that battle goes tonight between EDR and the Expendables. It's going to be a huge battle, that one. But first, out on the track, I did mention it before, but it is KSR coming up against that Archery War team, and this one should be an absolute ripper. Archery War, they need to get as many points as they possibly can tonight. The margin's down towards that cut-off line for the last minor semi-final spot. Yeah, not a lot in it. So we'll see what this Archery War team can do. This week they had a big loss last week, so they'll be looking to rebound tonight. KSR full complement of drivers in their lineup tonight by the looks of things. And Matt Pluck laid into the server, so he's not going to get the right colour car on our lap timing, but it is what it is. Should be able to pick those ones apart. Hayden Kirk, see what he can do tonight for that KSR team. He'll be hoping for a good run of things, better than he did in the sprint car on Monday night anyway. But yeah, just over a minute to go in our practice session, and we'll get into the night's racing. And the one I'm looking forward to tonight is definitely the THD versus THD battle. That is going to be huge. Not sure if Tomo's in the stream at the moment. I don't think he is, so we're probably not going to get any polls going for our first round of racing at least. Is what it is. Good to have you tuning in on this Thursday night. Round 8 of the Enduro Tech Racing Ministock Teams League. Just 2 weeks to go of qualifying, and we are into the important end of the season. Yeah, there you go. Archery War have won the toss, and they have pole. Oh, someone winds herself off the end there, so checkered flag up on the practice. Aaron Watson going to be missing from the first race, possibly all of them. Words there in the chat. So there we go, they'll get out on track. Of course, if this is the first time tuning into the teams racing, will be 12 lap races. And basically, it's full contact. You've basically got to try and do what you can to get your teammates across the line. Top 5 place getters score the points. 100 for first, 40 for second, 25 for third, 20 for fourth, and 10 for fifth place. And all the rest, they score nothing. So yeah, if you haven't seen teams racing before, prepare for some epic racing. That is for sure. The guys will get one lap, one formation lap, park up on the start line. And we will get into race 1, the first matchup of the night. Bit of a later start tonight. This will be the time that we get underway in our semi-finals as well. Give time for the Aussies throughout the field to get home, especially the Queensland ones. So cars will make their way around to the start-finish line, and what is the odds on David Simmons starting off the front row? We're about to find out. Daniel Stone lining up in the Archery War lineup tonight. Phil King, he's there, and Russell Gander is back for another crack in the 265. Ben Doherty tonight running the 8. We go back to Matt Pluck in the 51. Aaron Watson in the 45. Hayden Kirk in the 371. It looks like Cam James is going to be sitting the first race out. I'm pretty sure he was coming into the server anyway, but we're about to go racing. First matchup of the night. KSR up against Archery War. What can the Archery War team do here? Can they get an upset? We're underway. And Simmons off to a quick start. Couple of cars around already, and the KSR team, they're going to go to a 1-2-3-4 lead. Early stages here in our first matchup of the night. Simmons, he's going to carry on the way, and we'll have a couple of block cars lying in wait. Daniel Stone the first of them, and he has a crack at Doherty. Couldn't get to him, comes down, and Watson will make his way through. Hayden Kirk here with the 371 next on the scene. Looked to have a go at him, try and get him around, couldn't get to the back bumper, and Stone into the fence, and there's Gander. Big shot on the 8 of Doherty, and that's, if he parks him there, that could be done and dusted for the 8. He'll have to exit the race there as Watson leads the way. And well, hopefully the admin there asked him to exit out. Oh, big shot there from Watson on the back of Stone, turns him around. So it looks like they have lost the 8 of Doherty. 3 on the track. That shot from Gander. And he's got massive damage too, so we'll see if he can eliminate any more of them in the 265. You can see that front left is not looking too good. Looks like the right hand side though is still... No, maybe not. So you can't do anything about this here. They get through nice and clean. Phil King and David Simmons are leading the way here for the Archery War runners, but they got a fair bit of work to do here as the 51 just holds Simmons up, or Simmons for a little bit. Phil King in the background there. So Stone, he's really the only one with a car intact that's going to be able to do something in the block job here. KSR currently sit 1, 2 and 3 as Pluck just goes underneath. Gets through nice and clean. He's still got the 157 in the mirror. Trying to track him down. These guys though, they're a long way back from the race lead. It's Stone. Just gets it all wrong. It's Watson out in front with just a couple of laps to go. Oh, Stone has a big look. Oh, and he's going to launch it. He ends up in the infield. And oh boy, he's going to have to return to the track where he launched it from. But we're going to have white flag next time by for the race leader. It's Watson. Looking comfortable out front. 1 to go. Hayden Kirk just under a second behind him, and Pluck, he should be able to bring home third at the moment anyway. We'll keep an eye on it when they get to the line, but it is Watson from Kirk. And Pluck, he is going to get the job done in third for KSR. It'll be a 1, 2, 3 finish with Archery War coming home 4th and 5th. And that will give them 165 to 30. KSR off to the perfect start. And our first race tonight. They will be very happy with that effort. Big points haul, and that's going to put pressure on one of those THD teams there. Not that it'll change too much as far as the minor semis go. Because those top 2 teams at this point are running away with it, especially Sigma. Bye week this week, and they probably could still not turn up next week, and they'll still top the table. It's been a solid performance from those guys throughout the qualifying races. As we get set for our second race tonight between these 2 teams. I wonder if, is Tomo racing tonight, Big Pop, if you're in the chat? So we get set for our second race again. The cars will make their way around to the start-finish line. Get in there, race order, we'll get into it. Race number 2, yes he is. Good work. So on with a, what looked like a Jack Daniels and Coke. Suspicious. Must have been seeing things with Cam James tonight. He's still not out there. So Watson will take the front row for the KSR team. Line up next to him, it'll be Simmons. Out of row 2, Phil King lines up next to Kirk. Then go back to Pluck and Stone, and then Gander. All around the field out with Ben Doherty next to him. Set to go. Race number 2. Can Archery War fight back? After the first race, we're underway. Oh, Simmons straight into it. Reverse spins to 45. And Phil King will lead momentarily as Pluck turns him around, and Pluck goes around, and there's a big shot there on the race leader. Daniel Stone now is actually out in front from Doherty. In the 8, go back to Watson, Pluck and Kirk, and those KSR cars again all line astern. They'll try and track down your race leader in the 819, who's going to make a bit of a mistake, gets it wrong. It almost spins himself out of the lead. But so far, so good. Looks like possibly the 51 of Pluck. Yes, he was spun around there. He will probably lie in wait now for the 819 as here comes your race leader. We know Pluck can make the 51 very wide, and he's going to do it again here. Holds him up. He's doing a brilliant job on the brakes, and he'll guide him up into the fence and gets him up on his side. And Pluck will eliminate the 819. Just needs to hold him there. And oh, big parky from Simmons. Comes in to try and free up his teammate, but it's too late by then. It is all over. 1, 2, 3 now for KSR, and Pluck trawling the pole line. He's going to look to pick up the next Archery War car of Phil King, who at the moment, I'm not even sure if they've got anyone blocking. It's Simmons, and there's Gander. You just caught him in the mirror, so Pluck here just holds up King for a little bit. Simmons gets through as well. Gander, well, he's not actually going to block either, so at the moment the KSR team are left alone and running away with this one. 1, 2, 3. In Archery War, they're going to need more than 30 points each race, you feel. Someone needs to get on the blocks and try and eliminate some of these cars, because at the moment it's 1, 2, 3, and Pluck is causing a menace as Watson gets into the 265 and dispatches Gander. And you may as well start causing a ruckus, Russell, because it's not looking good at the moment for the Archery War team. It's Kirk out front. Oh, and they're into each other out there now. Simmons, that's your 4th and 5th car. Is that Pluck possibly causing them all sorts of grief? We're going to get white flag for the race leader, and again just nice effective spins from the 51. Almost launches it into the fence, and he's going to turn around and possibly loop. Cheers for the sub, Brady. Well, he's going to back out on the track, so look out. Look out, that was a big launch, but meantime checkered flag. It's 1, 2, 3 for KSR again. And that'll be another 165 to 30 points all there in race number 2. 1 to go for these two teams. The fast lane team, they'll be up next, and they'll be looking for another big points haul. They became the first team to get the 1, 2, 3, 4 finish in a race last week. Possibly looking to do it again. It's the timer just ticking down in our warm-up. We'll get set. Is it? Was the only other time that you turned up? Did you just sit in pit lane the whole night, Xavier? I'm sure I've seen you serve of one of the nights. Well, I thought it was maybe the first round. We'll just advance their warm up there. They might hold it together for once, you reckon, Willie? So here we go, they'll grid up for the final race between Archery War and KSR. And Archery War, they'll be trying to get a win here, collect some points, try and lock in that 6th spot on the ladder. Some tough races to finish the season for some of those teams at the lower end of the table. Just wait for the gridding timer to wind down. We'll get into the final race between these two teams. Fast laner all over the show. Getting a bit more consistent. Can they hit the their perfection maybe when it comes to the closing races of the season? Or will it fall apart? We'll find out in just a couple of weeks' time. Oh. Into it before the race has begun there. Stone just gives King a bit of a friendly fire tap. So he's get out of the way, I'm coming through. Oh, that's fired up the chat, there you go. So Kirk, I don't know what Kirk's doing there, he must be sitting this one out. Yeah, he moves pit side. I wasn't seeing things. Cam James is in the house. Off the front row it will be Stone and Watson. Doherty and Simmons will go out of row 2. Gander and Pluck, and that will be Cam James. And Phil King out of the final row. Set to go. Race number 3. And the final one for the night between these two teams. And we are underway. Stone with a brilliant jump. And Simmons goes to look for the shot on the 45. Pluck turns Gander around. There's a bit of friendly fire. But out front it is Stone again in the 819. He's got Doherty tracking him down. Pluck sits P3. Simmons in 4th, and Watson and Cam James currently sit 5th and 6th. Phil King and Gander. Are they on the blocks, or they are in fact running? So everyone deciding that tonight we're all going to flag race and score as many points as possible. Doherty sits P2, and at the moment Stone is your quickest out on track. So he's got enough paces. Cam James in the background there gets into the 5. Oh, and the 157. Causing some carnage. Oh, big shot from Gander on the 99 of Cam James, and surely, yeah, that looks like it's given both cars a bit of damage, as we got some magic tricks going on with Doherty as well. Momentarily disappeared, but Stone still leads the way. We're half distance in this one. Pluck 1.2 behind, picking up the pace, goes quick time of the race, 15.014. And tracking down your race leader as he got past Cam James, no problems at all. 8 laps in, or a bit of contact with the fence, and Pluck just edges that bit closer now, under half a second the margin. Phil King, can he stop the 51? Has a big shot, turns him around, and that will give a bit of relief to your race leader. Pressure at the moment off. 10 laps in. And Doherty, he's being held up left, right and centre here. It turns Gander. Oh, Simmons went for a big shot. King He was over momentarily, gets back on his wheels, but it is Stone still leading the way. 6.3 seconds the margin, a couple of laps to go. Is Stone going to get this one done? He's got Watson now to try and get past. A couple of archery war cars in the mirror too. Turns him around. He'll have the white flag next time by. Pluck edging closer, 4 seconds now the margin, and Cam James again. Can't do anything about your race leader. You can see him there. It's not going to be enough though. Stone is going to grab the race win for the archery war team. KSR, they will come home second and third. And we'll just wait for some of these cars to cross the line. Looks like Simmons will bring it home fourth, and Watson will round out the field. So a much needed race win there for the archery war team, and that will give them 120 to 75, a win unofficially of course, and we'll get set for the next match of the night. We'll be right back. Alright, back for our next matchup of the night. It is the Kamikazes coming up against a fast lane team, and well, if the warm-up's anything to go by, I think we're in for a treat here. Plenty of massive shots going in at the moment, but it might be a different story come race time. But unofficially, the points from that KSR Archery War matchup, it is KSR 405, Archery War 175, 135. I've done something wrong there. I'll count those up again, because that is not right at all, I feel. Done it the wrong way around. That is alright. 185. 180 by the looks to Archery War. Yeah, 184, 05 to 180. We'll get there eventually. That is your unofficial points for the KSR Archery War lineup, and that last race win for Archery War, that could prove the defining part of the season for them as far as making the minor semi-finals, because that now has put a lot of pressure on the team in 7th and 8th. Of course, the Kamikazes and Enduro Tech Racing. See Pinckney here just taking a tour of the track in reverse, and Xavier Simmons, you've caught it in chat earlier, his first run for the team tonight. Looks like they've got Simmons, B Party, Lockie Brett's in the house, Brady Stanley is also lining up for that fast lane team tonight. For the Kamikazes, we've got Craig, Brock, Pinckney's here, Mannering and Paul McKenzie will be lining up for the KSR Kamikazes. I'll tell you what, if we see bonnets sticking up like that was during the racing, I'll be happy. So, is that Willie McLean any chance out there at the moment just dishing it up? It looks like it is. So yeah, that's an interesting matchup. The fast lane team certainly favourites, with the bookies pretty much writing off the Kamikaze team here. Of course, fast lane have been in some form over the last few weeks, dominating last week. Massive points haul for them, scoring the most points you can in one night. They scored 525 points. Before that, I believe it was Sigma scoring 515. So that 1, 2, 3, 4 finish last week. A massive haul of points. Just under a couple of minutes to go before we get into this matchup. Of course, 3 races between them. Just like usual. If you're not following the channel, make sure you hit that follow button. Plenty of racing coming up over the next week or so. We go back to the midgets on Monday night for the Virtual Racing Aotearoa National Midget Series. Should be an absolute ripper night of racing, and next Tuesday night I believe we pick up our first KSR stream of the year, and I believe that's going to be some form of IndyCars. Someone will correct me in the chat if I'm not right there. So that should be a awesome night of racing. Of course, we get into the first round of the NSCAR Cup next Wednesday night too. We head to Las Vegas Motor Speedway for that one, round 1 of that championship. It should be a good night's racing. And then of course next Thursday, the final night of the qualifying rounds of racing for the Teams League. 4 nights of streaming coming at you next week. Should be an absolute ripper week of racing. Corey Kitchen back in the house on Monday night, I believe. We didn't scare him off too much with the sprint cars last week. baby IndyCars. St. Peter's. St. Pete. Is that St. Petersburg? It's going to be a ripper. Concrete walls, I get behind that. We might even get a lid skid. I know last time we went IndyCar racing, which Matt corrected me saying they weren't IndyCars, but they look like them to me. We had 3 or 4 rollovers throughout the series, so could be worth a few more lid skids for us. We always get behind those. There we go. Timer up on the practice session. We'll get into race number 1 between Fastlane and the Kamikazes. 2nd v 7th on the table here. Fastlane, can they carry on their form they've shown? And all the Kamikazes get another good haul of points this week. They really need it to keep that racing going for the season. But get your picks in chat. I know Tomo's in the refs box at the moment. I don't know if he's in the stream. Get a prediction in if you want there, Tomo. Fastlane or the Kamikazes. We'll just get your pick in the chat. Who's it going to be? Will the Kamikazes be able to pull off a upset here tonight? We're about to find out. Definitely not Fastlane. Maybe in the chat there, Corey, tuning in. Sigma with the bye tonight. Just keeping an eye on the opposition. Scheduled possibly, if you go as far as the favourites tags go, it's certainly the pick for the big final in a few weeks' time. But hey, it's teams racing. Anything can happen. Nothing is a guarantee as far as winning in the teams racing. Phil Kempy's in the chat. Here we go, off the front row. It's no surprise there, B Party. He has been the entertainer for this Fastlane team. Watch for him to carry that on tonight. The revs will lift and we will get underway. Race number 1. Fastlane Kamikazes. Craig Brock to the outside. We'll be wondering what is going to unfold here. Oh, magic tricks from Simmons. It's the admin, they can start us anytime they wish. Here we go. Underway, B Party straight into it. Turns to 76 and Simmons will go through into the lead. B Party takes P2. Lockie Brett will sit 3rd. For the meantime, Craig Brock chasing Lockie Brett, Pinkney, and well, a whole lot of KSR cars here. Mackenzie, he's going to take the block roll early here, just gets turned around. Simmons will get through. And another shot on the 36, almost gets beached on the pole line there. Gets away with it. Simmons here. Oh, friendly fire on. Turns around. A big shot from Mackenzie. B Party, though, he is out front, leading the way at the moment. 4 laps into the race. There's Pinkney out by the wall. What is he going to do? Look to get himself involved in the carnage. And well, that big shot that we saw from the 36 of Mackenzie, that has damaged the car. And Craig Brock, he is giving chase, trying to track down your race leader at the moment. Brendan Partridge. Go back to Brock, then Lockie Brett currently sits P3. Brady Stanley just in behind him sits P4, and Heath Mannering tracking along P5 at the moment. He's got the race leader behind him too. B Party here. What's he going to look to do here? Just try and make his way through. Oh, Heath Mannering just gets out of shape there, gets it into the inside fence. And now B Party has a bit of cover from the 39. 8 laps in to this one. Race number 1, make it 9. Craig Brock, he still sits P2, about 5 seconds behind. Can Pinckney or even Mannering hold? Oh, bit of friendly fire there. Mannering just gets into the 80. At this point, Heath Mannering, he's a lap up on Simmons, so does he try and hold up your race leader, Partridge, who's still got a bit of help in front of him. Simmons was trawling the pole line. He's going to look to pick up Craig Brock here, and oh, a bit of damage to the front left. Here's Brock, gets up on the 11. We'll look to try and turn him around here. He's doing a good job, just holds him up because we're going to have white flag this time by for our race leader. Partridge sees the white flag. Just through 3 and 4 to go. Sure, doesn't look like any block cars up in front. Oh, in fact, Pinckney just couldn't do anything about it. And B Party's going to pick up the win. Craig Brock here will drop a position there. He's going to try and get home. Stanley will move up to second. The Kamikazes will come home third. Lockie Brett, he will pick up P4 a lap down. And Mannering will pick up the last lot of points for the Kamikazes. And that will be 160 to 35. To fast lane unofficially. And just like that, we get ready for the next race. Is there DQ for incidents from Pelican driving in these? Well, yes, there is. There absolutely is. We found that out. We found that out when the Warhawks earned themselves the Protest Cup. So here we go. Race number 2. Just wait for that gridding time and a countdown. No tri-ovals for you to wreck me in. Oh boy. Yeah, that was a entertaining night of NASCAR racing last night at Daytona for the opening round of the Crown Series. Fair bit of carnage going on, that is for sure. But talking about carnage, let's get ready for race number 2 between these two teams, and we are not far away from the big battle tonight. The Jubba Memorial Shield going on the line for the first time between the two THD teams. And it is surely going to be war out there, but we get into this one, race number 2 of 3 between the Kamikazes and the fast lane team. Brock and Lockie Brett. B Party out of row 2 with Mannering to his outside, Pinckney, Stanley, and go back to Simmons and McKenzie off the back row, and they just try and get into it straight away. They push the cars down below the pole lines. Brady Stanley meantime is going to grab the lead, and oh, Lockie Brett into the 76, and Craig Brock coming under attack from the 39. Oh, big shot from Lockie Brett. And that'll put him down into the inside concrete fence. Probably cause a bit of damage to that car, but it is Stanley out front for the meantime from Heath Mannering. Simmons and Lockie Brett for fast lane sit 3rd and 4th. Go back to Pinckney in 5th at the moment. Craig Brock, though, doing a good job out front. McKenzie looking to get amongst it, and well, oh, Mannering there just drives the 11 down below the pole line. Simmons backs it up, carries on. It's still fast lane 1-2 at the moment. Christopher Pinkney, your lead car for the Kamikazes. Almost half race distance. Craig Brock, he's still out there giving it a nudge at the moment. It's been held up by Partridge, who sits P4, and oh, big shot from Brady Stanley. Your race leader gets into him, and that'll be a lap advantage over the 4th place car now. Pinkney, he is out by himself in 3rd. Looking trouble-free run at the moment, but that's probably going to come to an end fairly shortly. But it is Stanley still leading the way. Your 39 of Lockie Brett sits P2 and goes for a big shot on the 36. Gets him up into the fence, and Craig Brock comes in. Fires shots, but the 39, he's able to carry on in P2. And Pinkney now, your lead Kamikaze, under attack. Brady Stanley will continue out front. It's 1, 2, 3 at the moment for fast lane. It's McKenzie. Just slows it up. Just to try and get Stanley up into the fence. And oh, big shot from Simmons. No, it wasn't Simmons. That must have been... Yeah. We'll carry on anyway. It's Stanley out front into 21. Leading the way, he'll grab the white flag, and next time by 1 to go. Lockie Brett and Partridge hold down 2nd and 3rd. And Pinkney and Craig Brock, they sit 4th and 5th at the moment for the Kamikazes. It'll be checkered flag for your race leader Stanley. He's not done turns, mannering around. He will get down across the line, takes the race win from Lockie Brett. B Party will claim 3rd. And we go back to Craig Brock and Christopher Pinkney. So 1, 2, 3 for the fast lane team in that one. KSR will have to settle for 4th and 5th. And that'll be 1, 6, 5 to 30 unofficially. Fast lane racking up the points tonight. Warm up the milk, you're getting a drink soon, you reckon? So here we go. Final race between these two teams. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure the hopefully the admin team are onto it there. We'll see what happens in the final matchup between these two tonight. Fast lane. See if they can earn themselves another 1, 2, 3, 4 possibly. This KSR Kamikazes, they need to gather some points in this one. Things don't get too much easier for the Kamikazes. Next week we have the Kings of KSR Shield going up on the line. KSR Kamikazes, of course, coming up against the Kiwi Sim Racing Factory team, we call them. That'll be a big matchup next week. Fastlane, they will take on the THD Warhawks. And what should be an absolute ripper battle. So we get set, they'll make their way around. We'll get into final race between these two teams tonight. Fast lane looking dominant tonight. Certainly hitting form at the right time of the season. B Party, he's going to take the front row. Pinkney to his outside. Stanley will line up on row 2 with Mannering to his inside. Go back to Simmons and 76 of Craig Brock, and then Mackenzie and Lockie Brett will round out the field on the final row. We are set to go. This one, B party underway. Oh, and the Kamikazes just getting into each other in the background. Pinkney's going to be pushed up to the wall by Simmons. And he will get through. Pinkney's turned around. Craig Brock now in the 76, leading the way for the Kamikaze team at the moment. Sits P3 and has a whole lot of pressure in his mirrors with Simmons tracking him down, gets the shot in, turns him around, and Lockie Brett will go through as well. And all of a sudden, are we going to see a repeat here? The fast lane team, 1, 2, 3, 4. The Kamikazes running, and Pinkney will be your block car. Has Stanley held up? Oh, it was B party, in fact, that he had held up as they all get through. Craig Brock will continue trying to catch these fast lane cars. Will jump on board with one of these fast lane cars as they pick their way through. Oh, big right turn there from Pinkney. Craig Brock, he'll be liking this. They're starting to go to work. Lockie Brett's decided that he's going to just hold it up a little bit. We'll jump on board here with Craig Brock. Of course, no mirrors in these cars. Lockie Brett, has he got a bit of damage? He does. Looks like he's got a bit of outside front damage on that fast lane car. We are right on board now with the 13-year race leader, Brendan Partridge. He's got Lockie Brett up in front. Oh, gets through nicely there. Great work from the 39, helps him out. There's only a few laps to go in this one. Your race leader, Partridge from Stanley. Go back to Simmons. Tell you what, Stanley out of Israel. Dodging bombs again. But B party, he still leads the way for the fast lane team. Craig Brock there, he's still hanging in there. He's just sitting behind the fast lane cars. If Pinkney or Mannering can grab one of the race leaders here, Craig Brock still has a chance. We're going to get the white flag though this time for your race leader. Brendan Partridge in the fast lane esports will take the white. Mannering, huge damage. Pinkney can't stop him. He'll go round the outside of the 36 of Mackenzie. Oh, and the 76 of Brock's in trouble too. And he will bring it home. Race win for Partridge. Stanley will bring it home second from Simmons. It'll be a 1, 2, 3 finish for the fast lane team. Mackenzie and Craig Brock will grab the points for 4th and 5th for the Kamikazes. And that will be another 165 to 30 finish. Unofficially, of course, for the fast lane team. Ricardo, how are we? Good morning to you over in the UK. Right, we will get ready for the next matchup tonight. The big one. The Jabba Memorial Shield goes on the line. We'll load into that server and we will be right back.
Hair raising, I'm ready for the worst. So frightening, face whitening, clear. But these voices, these strange noises, they follow me in here. My phone has no signal, it's making my skin crawl. The silence is so loud. The lights spark and flicker with monsters much bigger than I can control now. Welcome to the panic room, where all your darkest fears are gonna come for you, come for you. Welcome to the panic room. You'll know I wasn't joking when you see them too, see them too. Welcome to the panic room. Still waiting, head shaking, maybe the coast will clear. But these voices, these strange noises, they follow me in here. My phone has no signal, it's making my skin crawl. The silence is so loud. The lights spark and flicker with monsters much bigger than I can control now. Welcome to the panic room, where all your darkest fears are gonna come for you, come for you. Welcome to the panic room. You'll know I wasn't joking when you see them too, see them too. Welcome to the panic room. There's no crying wolves now. The truth is settled in, hiding under the goose down. For your nightmare to begin. Welcome to the panic room. It's a little hard sometimes to rest, unwind. Holler if you're here because you want to leave your stress behind. Getting into overload, don't lose your flow. Holler if you're here because you wanna bury your sorrow in a vibe, honey. All of your troubles don't seem so amplified, 'cause inside we're brave. Can't take you over deplete your appetite. Got to vibe, honey. We got the specialist beating for a supply. We put it down, and I'll be telling us, yeah, yeah. Spinning on the vibe, bro. We live then light up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out the hyper, yeah, yeah. Spinning on the vibe.
All right, back for the big one tonight. It is the THD Rebels, and they will be facing the THD Warhawks, and possibly early dramas for the Warhawks. I saw both drivers were moved to the pits for connectivity issues. But at the moment, the 59, he looks like he isn't doing any more magic tricks, so hopefully those issues are no longer issues for the couple of Warhawk drivers there, Westbury and Smith. Of course, they share the same internet. The weird thing is I haven't got a lap come up yet for Westbury. So hopefully he eventually pops up on the timing chart. But yeah, this one, there we go. This one is going to be an absolute ripper. Surely we are going to see some massive shots in this one. Is Lockie in the house? Someone in the chat? No, someone's not. Get him in. Sorry if I missed you there. I didn't have Discord up on my page to see what was going on over there. But yeah, this one is going to be massive. Pretty much nothing separating these two teams on the points, third and fourth currently. Only 20 points separates them. The Warhawks with the advantage, and I tell you what, we've got him in the house. Lockie Brett, the driver of the 39 for the Fastlane Esports team, and again tonight, Lockie, another big points haul for the Fastlane team. We're counting down the days until that possibly happens, but of course a couple of semi-finals coming up before you can make that happen, and you could be possibly facing one of these teams that are out on track at the moment, Lockie. So a few more weeks of work to do before you get to the final, but yeah, possibly, as far as if you're a betting man, you would certainly have a Sigma Fastlane final as it stands. Yeah. Yeah, sweet. Hopefully you have been coming across in this. Oh, I don't know if you have, but we'll see. Hang on, dang fire. You might have to start all over again, Lockie.
Oh no!
Yeah, I hadn't set up Discord, but that's all right. I got the gist of what you were saying. No one else heard it, but yeah, you were just shout out your sponsors again.
That was the worst part. Yeah, it's System Decals, Harley Engines, 17RC, and Fastlane. Yeah, and cheers to Josh for being sick from who knows what. Yep.
How are you too sick to sim race, Lockie? I don't understand that.
I know, right? He's there. He's sitting there all day, but can't sim race.
There you go. Apologies for having you on mute again, but we got the end of it across, I realised just in time there. But thanks for coming in for a quick chat, Lockie. Of course, you are frothing to get to those Sigma guys in what I would say is probably the highest likely final, but yeah, we'll see what happens over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, cheers, man. Awesome series. Going for more.
Yeah, too right. Cheers for coming in for a chat, Lockie.
Yep.
There goes his discount. Yeah, rerun the interview. I do it all the time, eh? Terrible. Because last night, going into so many different Discords, and I'm in here by myself commentating this, so I don't really prepare myself to have other people, but yeah, apologies, we got there in the end. Yeah, the gist of it, he's absolutely frothing to take on the Sigma team, so impressed with the boys tonight. And yeah, of course, the most important part, shouting out to the sponsors. What is System Decal? He's a top man. Oh, Mr. Merdens, top man. But just 30 odd seconds to go before we rip into fizzing his pants off, were his exact words. Yes, there you go. We are set to go though. The Jump Up Memorial Shield about to go on the first, or on the line for the first time, and get it in the chat. Who is going to get this one? What are your thoughts? Will it be the Rebels, or will it be the Warhawks? I could not separate them as far as the odds. So you tell me. I'll see if I can quickly get one up. you'll have about 1 minute to get your THD points in. Who's it going to be? Will it be the Rebels? Will it be the Warhawks? Prediction is up for 1 minute. The chat is unreal between the fast lane and, well, in fact, amongst the fast lane guys at the moment in the chat, giving it to each other. I love it. Let's get them round to the start line for the first race between these two teams. And pretty crucial matchup tonight. Like I mentioned, third and fourth on the table, separated by 20 points. And only one round after tonight's racing, and the Warhawks, they have a tough task next week up against the fast lane team. So they will be watching with interest in this one. Keep an eye on that Warhawks team, and of course the Rebels. Wow. They have the Expendables to finish their qualifying run. So let's see how this one unfolds. No one is too prepared to go around and take up the grid here. Do we get who won the coin toss in the chat? Probably missed it. Man, surely next week I'll get it right for Discord, eh? Warhawks. Warhawks to protest. Was there a coin toss done? Must have been. It looks like the Rebels are going to line up on pole with the 26 of McEwen, 95 of Westbury to the outside. The 422 of Knight lines up next to the 72 of Jamie Big Pop Yarnmart. Kempe in the 98 will line up on the third row with Scott Kinton to his inside, and Blake Johnson will line up on the outside of the back row to his inside. It will be the 59 of Smith sitting this one out. Wayne Van Biljon as we get set to go. Race number 1 is underway. Westbury is trying to drive the 26 down. In the meantime, Sean Knight gets out in front with Kinton chasing him down. And already a tactical start to this race between these two teams. Line and wait. Oh, Smith a bit late on it there. Kinton looked to have a shot, but it's going to be Knight who leads it out. He's got some traffic up in front. The 39 of Johnson who's going to block him. And Knight's done a brilliant job. Kinton, will he look for the spin, or will Johnson go in here? There's a crack at the race leader. Couldn't get to him. So Knight holding on out front at the moment, but Kinton will get him round and park him across the grass too. Kinton will carry on. Kempe, meantime, in the 98 takes the race lead and will lead it out. Nothing in it. Kinton in the 145. It's 1.6 seconds adrift. And at the moment, the Warhawks are leading this one out as Big Pop is beached on the pole line. And that is not going to be helpful one bit. The Warhawks leading it still, the 98. He's going to have to deal with McEwen here, who's got block cars in front of him. And here's a shot. Kinton went to line him up, pulled out of it, and now Kempe's around. And the Rebels out in front. The 145 of Kinton will get out to a 5-second lead over the 98, who's got trouble. Big Pop gets him up into the fence, and the 98 will be gone from the race. A big move from Big Pop, and Knight. He's stuck here. He cannot go anywhere. Kinton, meantime's gone a lap up. And out in front, the Rebels. Leading the way. Knight is still stuck there. What is going on? Just caught up somehow. Can't go anywhere. Kinton. He's got 4 to go. Leading the way. Oh, Smith backs up the track. Kinton just clears him out of the way. And the Rebels leading it. A big shot coming in. Misses. So Kinton will carry on his way. He's now 3 laps up on the 4.22, and watch out. Has a look. Saw it coming. He's got 2 to go, your race leader. Kinton for the Rebels, the Warhawks. They sit second. And after blocking in the early stages of this one, it's Blake Johnson who sits third at the moment from Smith, but we got 1 to go for your race leader. And he is 3 laps out in front, and the Rebels, they will claim the first race from the 4.22 of Knight. Johnson, he will bring it home in third. The Warhawks will claim 4th. And McEwen, he will grab the last points for the Rebels. And unofficially, and we say unofficially, folks, we don't say this stuff lightly, it is 1:35 plays 60 to the Rebels. And yeah, that was a hell of a race, that one. We're going to see much of the same in the next one. No doubt about it. The Rebels there fought back brilliantly. Kinton done a great job out front. Got to ask what happened tonight there. It looked like he was just caught up. Couldn't go anywhere. The 26 had him out by the fence, and they looked to be locked together somehow. And that was certainly the costly part for the Warhawks there. This night being held up for so long. Blake Johnson from blocker early stages to bring it home in P3. Read the race brilliantly, scored the points. And well, that'll move the Rebels unofficially. Oh no, that won't get them enough points just yet to pass KSR, who would have moved up to 3rd overall after their earlier win tonight. If the Rebels can get this one done, they will move back into 3rd on the table. Yeah, too right. Here we go. Field coming round now. They'll line up for second race tonight. Wayne Van Biljon. He is going to take pole here for the Warhawks. Lining up to his outside, it'll be Blake Johnson. McEwen will take row 2 with Smith lining up next to him. Kinton. He will line up on the 3rd row with Knight on the 3rd row as well. And we'll see the 72 a Big Pop. Got that big shot in the last race, eliminating the 98. And then off the back it will be the 95 of Westbury set to go. Race number 2. Can they wrap up the shield in this one? Finally. It's only taken a week. Here we go, Blake Johnson. Oh, turned immediately off the start. So is Wayne Van Biljon. And McEwen and Smith will go at it, but McEwen's been able to jump out to the early race lead. Smith and Westbury take chase for the Warhawks. Big Pop lies in wait. He's going to pick up the 95, but Westbury turns him around, gets through. And McEwen will battle it out in front. He's got the 59 just in behind. Oh, he gets all sorts out of shape there, does Smith. Block car coming up for the 26. It is Knight. Oh, and he gets into Big Pot, which is interesting. Lets McEwen go through. And now the 72 is going to have another crack at the 59. Into the fence, does a beautiful job. Oh, Smith collects the 39 on his way through. Puts him hard into the fence. Plenty of runners at this stage for the Rebels. Westbury, your lead Warhawk at the moment, but McEwen always been turned by Knight, and he's going to go over. And that'll be the 26 done and dusted on his lid, but Kinton, just like that, takes over the race lead again for the Rebels. And well, who would have thought Kinton, he was putting on a clinic in the early stages of the championship in the block roll, but tonight, leading the way in the running department, and Blake Johnson will move up into second. It's 1-2 at the moment for the Rebels, and Yarnmart, he is doing a brilliant job on the blocking roll at the moment. He's going to grab the 95, look to put him below the pole line, couldn't quite get to him. But that is enough for those lead cars just to skip away a bit more, about 4 seconds now the margin between Johnson and Westbury, and 4 seconds to your race leader, Kinton. Oh, and the Warhawks tripping over each other, getting into each other. We are 10 laps in this time by for Kinton, leading the way from Johnson. Westbury, your lead runner for the Warhawks. He's going to have Big Pop to deal with, and he's going to turn it around. The 72. He was collected by Smith. Well, Kinton, he has a job here. The 422's chasing him down of Knight. Oh, Kinton's just been held up, but round the outside will go Johnson. 2 to go in this one for your race leader. Westbury, can he get himself up to at least second here? We saw Kinton being held up, but this time by 1 to go for the 39 of Johnson, and the Rebels are looking to claim the Jubba Memorial Shield in our second matchup, and he's going to have a clean run home. It is going to be the Rebels who take out race 2. Westbury, he'll bring it home second for the Warhawks. Kinton will come home third. And then it'll be a Warhawks, fourth and fifth. Good points haul there. And it'll be 125 to 70 unofficially to the Rebels. And 2 from 2 so far for the Rebels. I'm not sure if I gave the official points before, or unofficial points, sorry, between Fastlane and the Kamikazes, but the end result in that one, unofficially 490 points for the Fastlane team, and 95 for the Kamikazes. So we get set for race number 3. The Rebels, they'll be happy with their effort so far. We stand by, of course, for everything to be made official, but from what I've shown so far, I haven't seen too many issues. But, of course, we miss a bit of stuff going on in the background too. There we go. The final race between the Rebels and the Warhawks. So the Rebels, they will line up on pole. The next one's going to be a doozy as well. The Expendables coming up against Endurotech Racing. This massive shout out to the guys over at Endurotech Racing for sponsoring this Ministock Teams League. And massive shout out to all the admin doing the work in the background. Certainly wouldn't be able to stream it without those guys working away. Don't forget to go give Endurotech follow on Twitch and on Facebook, because they'll be bringing the short track series for the NSCAR Cup to everyone as well, so definitely follow that channel to watch the short track series. Yeah, fair call, Jared. Boys will be pretty amped up for the next matchup, no doubt about that. There we go. Final race between the Warhawks and the Rebels. 98 will take the front row. McEwen will line up next to him. Out of row 2, it'll be Wayne Van Biljon lining up next to the 72 of Big Pop. Kinton and Westbury will take row 3, and that will leave Knight and Johnson off the back. Smith set up the first race, I'm pretty sure. He's setting up this one. May not have actually. But we're underway, green. McEwen has got a beautiful start there, chasing him down, Wayne Van Biljon, and there's all sorts of shenanigans going on the start line. Westbury's got away, so has Johnson. All the Rebels now underway. The third matchup, Knight first on the scene for McEwen. Gets past. Oh, and a nice little touch there. Gets him out of shape, turns him around. And the one of Wayne Van Biljon, you see him tracking him in the background. He's just 1.3 behind our race leader at the moment, McEwen. Doing a job out front now, Kinton. He's going to take the blocking roll, turns the one of Van Biljon around. And Westbury is on the scene as well, and Johnson here. He could go over, no he doesn't. Somehow keeps it on all four. And meantime, our lap timing's telling us a lie, because Wayne Van Biljon, look at that, stuck on the inside fence, and he is your lead car for the Warhawks, as now the Rebels go 1 and 2 in the race. McEwen leading it out from the 72 of Big Pop. The 95's right there though, but he's got Johnson chasing him. Will the 39 look for a shot on the 95 here? Move up to 1, 2, 3. We got some blocking going on here. Knight's turned around. Oh, and Westbury, just like that, he'll go up into second. So McEwen, at the moment, an 8.5 second lead in the 26, doing a good job out front. He'll go round Kinton, who just leaves him to it. Johnson here, he's going to have the 98 to contend with. Kempy's in the blocking role this time, something we haven't seen much of this series. And McEwen, he's got a bit of help up in front of him too, so the 26, he's looking comfortable at the moment. Some big shots going up in front of us. And Kinton, he will turn the 95 of Westbury. And now Westbury goes a lap down, and you can make it 1, 2, 3 for the Rebels in race number 3, with Kempy on a mission here with the 72 of Big Pop. So Westbury continues on his way. 1 to go though for your race leader, McEwen. Final time round. And he looks like he is going to get the job done here. Clear track in front of him, and the Rebels will claim a 1, 2, 3 finish against the Warhawks. Convincing performance there from the Rebels. They'll claim the shield. They'll go 1, 2, 3. And that last race will net them 165 points to 30. Dominating fashion, and that will definitely move them up into third place on the table. Hang in there, folks. We will get ready for the last matchup of the night coming your way in just a few moments' time.
Red sky, static in the bloodstream, billboards burning like brands. Children trading gas masks for handfuls of sand. Sirens carved into the concrete, dead screens glow in the rain. Laugh tracks in the distance over fields of flame. I watched the last white star fall through the smoke. You asked if this was fate or just a joke. Welcome to Armageddon, where the angels cut the feed. All your gods turned into logos. Every prayer's a loading screen. Welcome to Armageddon. Sing along, it's all routine. When the world ends in commercials and the fire comes clean. Black rain soaking through the hazmat, dogs howl over the drones. Cathedrals full of passwords and uncharged phones. Gold teeth glitter in the ashes, rich men boarding their graves. We toast the final sunrise from underground caves. You held a broken cross like a machine. I kissed your shaking hand, said, wake from the dream. Wake from the dream. Welcome to Armageddon. Welcome to Armageddon, where the angels cut the feed. All your gods turned into logos. Every prayer's a loading screen. Welcome to Armageddon. Sing along, it's all routine. When the world ends in commercials and the fire comes clean. I heard the future calling through a cracked loudspeaker. Stay calm, stay purchasing, stay please. But the towers fell inward like guilty men on their knees. So we raise our rusted hearts over siren seas. Welcome to Armageddon.
All right, back alive for our last matchup of the night. It is EDR versus the Expendables and what possibly could be the battle for the wooden spoon. But a couple of drivers in the house at the moment. First we'll take the 72 of a Big Pop, Jamie Yama. Mate, the Rebels, they turned up tonight, absolutely took it to the Warhawks, claimed the Jubba Memorial Shield and, well, launched yourselves up into P3 in the table.
Yeah, where we belong.
Where you belong, there you go. Thoughts loud and
Those
clear.
first few rounds are a warm-up. Those first few rounds are a warm-up, we're ready now.
Yeah, ready for the big part of the season. Also joining me in the chat, the other captain from the other THD team, the Warhawks. Well, Stubbsy, mate, tough battle out there tonight. A couple of things didn't quite go your way and on the back foot in a few of those races.
And I think we're licking our cat milk up this week.
Yeah, hopefully it's nice and warm.
I don't think we deserve warm milk after that showing.
Mate, it was a massive battle, and yeah, the first race, to be fair, it looked like you got off to a good start, but it fell apart pretty quickly, and then that last race certainly put the point score in for the Rebels over you guys, but still, you guys picked up 160 points, and obviously still going to be looking at a minor semi-final in a couple of weeks' time, and that's probably going to be up against the Kiwi Sim Racing team.
Still going to be a fun end to the season, really, isn't it?
Yeah, tell you right. Yeah, tell you right, and that's the main thing, I guess, for everyone, is that it's all about having a bit of fun and yeah, see how far you go through the season. But I guess the good part, both THD teams are going to be taking part in those minor semi-finals. So, hey, not all is lost after tonight, or not all is won.
Chess, not checkers.
Yeah, too right. Play the long game. Play the long game.
Bro, we're playing backgammon, bro.
No, you're all in on Baccarat.
Yeah, just getting in the chat there.
Always on player.
EDR will start off pole. Rebels too good. Protested, Wayne says. Get him in there. Quick in the chat. But hey, cheers for coming in for a chat, fellas. Again, good showing from both teams. There's a fair bit going on out there, but the Rebels coming away with that shield and the overall win. I think overall points 425 to 160 unofficially.
Oh, 5 points too many.
Yeah, mate, it's 420 anytime, it doesn't matter. But no, shot for coming in for a chat, fellas. I will I'll let yous get back to it, and yeah, I'll see yous this weekend.
Cheers, brother. Catch you up.
Okay, thoughts from our captains for the Rebels and the Warhawks. The stage now set for the next matchup. EDR against the Expendables, and I'll just bring up the points at the moment so you can actually see what is happening between these two teams at the moment. EDR 220 points clear, but the one thing that's not on EDR's side is that they have the bye next week. So they won't collect any points next week. They need a big points haul tonight. And at the moment, the Kamikazes, they scored enough points against EDR just to lift them above them at the moment. So still a fair bit to go as far as that points table goes. But one thing I can tell you now is that Sigma, they will stay at the top. Fastlane will stay in second, but the Rebels will jump up to third, and KSR, I believe they have jumped up to fourth. Warhawks back to fifth. And Archery War, at the moment, they remain in sixth place. And yeah, that win tonight, that is likely going to make it probably a bit too tough for any other teams to get past them. Yeah, no problems. No worries. Love a bit of teams racing. So we've just got just under 30 seconds to go in this one. Who's it going to be? We better sort out. Hopefully this doesn't come up on the screen. We better sort out your points from that last race. And we'll see if we can get a prediction going. Time is almost up though. So let's choose outcome. Rebels. Don't know if anyone picked that or not. I'll soon find out. Doesn't look like it. Does not look like it. Let's get a new one up very quickly. My pole man's gone quiet tonight. This is going to be pretty close. The Expendables actually just slight favourites in this one. So here we go. Prediction up. Get amongst it. Who's your pick? It's going to be EDR. Or will it be the Expendables? THD points the game just by watching, so it's free to get your prediction in. Who will it be? EDR full team lineup tonight. We'll just check who the Dutchman's lining up for tonight. Looks like the EDR team, is it? So it's had a bit of a swap around on most nights. But Kyle Matthews looks like he's going to take up the pole position here for the EDR team. First of 3 races for these teams. And McLeod, he's going to take pole. Matthews to his outside. Go back to the Dutchman on row 2 to his inside rider Taylor. Matt Blee and Martin will be off row 4. Sam Miller and Mark Grove will start off the rear. Oh, just reline back up by the looks of it. We'll just wait a moment here. They'll sort it themselves out. The grid just a bit of a shambles. Admin not happy with it. So we are good this time. Set for a start. First race is this, the wooden spoon battle. Just waiting, standing by. We'll get going eventually. Expendables, he'll get up into their grids. McLeod set to go from the front. Oh, and we've got issues at the back there. Grover, bit of a magic trick. He's back though. So EDR out to an early race lead. Ryder Taylor sits back in second, and shots on air from Blee. Turns him around. Brilliant spin there from Matt Blee. And EDR out to a 1, 2, 3 running order out front. Kyle Matthews, bit of a surprise here on the blocks for the Expendables team. I thought he would be the one that the EDR team would have to keep an eye on. And there comes the shot from the 113. He's going to collect both of them, turns them around. And Zach Martin will move up into second position. Matt Blee leads the way. Oh, Ryder Taylor all sorts out of shape. Can't do anything about the 3 this time by Zach Martin. Just 1.5 seconds back from your race leader. He's got the Dutchman in behind though. Couple of block cars up ahead now for Matt Blee. He's got Mark Grover with him. Mark Grover hasn't picked up the lead car for the Expendables, and he's going to turn Blee around. But it is the Dutchman who will get through. Is he Dutch? I don't know, he's got a different flag there. We'll call him Dutchy anyway. Leading the way, Zach Martin. Back in P2. Oh, there's a big shot in the background. Kyle Matthews went for the huge shot on McLeod by the looks, and he has gone over big time. There's some heavy damage to the 214, and surely the 113 will be carrying some damage as well. Here comes the Dutchman. Oh, it's gone wrong, and Zach Martin will take over the race lead. Gets into the 214, turns him around, and look out in the mirror. Matthews has seen him coming, holds him up. Few laps to go. Okay, there you go. He's Dutch but lives in Denmark. Zach Martin leading it for the Expendables. EDR sits second and third at the moment. No Matt Helden in the house again tonight. Here comes the Dutchman. Oh, and McLeod there. He's just needs to get on the brakes and wait for the race leader, because Martin, he's getting away out front. And he's only got a couple of laps to go. 1.2 seconds the margin. The Dutchie is closing the gap slowly but surely, but he's going to have to contend with Kyle Matthews again here. White flag in the air for your race leader. Can Grover do anything about it? He's got one chance here. Martin gets into the back of him, and Martin's going to go round across the pole line. And here comes Matt Blee to steal it at the line. What a finish! Matt Blee at absolutely nowhere is going to steal the race win. Scenes here at Huset's as Matt Blee takes the race win from Martin. And then we will get a third as well for EDR. Fourth and fifth for the Expendables. What a final lap that one was. EDR still the race win. Unofficially 125. We'll up against 70. We'll get it right. We'll get it out. Man, unbelievable there. Zach Martin. Well, I thought it was done and dusted, but Matt Blee, he came from absolutely out of nowhere to steal the race win. Gets it done. Yeah, Matthews will not be happy. The 113. Done everything he possibly could to get the race win. Done a brilliant job on the blocks, but Matt Blee out of absolutely nowhere stole it with about 20 metres to go. And will claim the race win. Show your license. Oh, what's that for? Age restrictions, Tomo. So here we go. Race number 2 now. Kyle Matthews in the 113. He's the key for this Expendables team. What's he going to do this time? Will he go out in a block roll? Will he have a crack at running in this one? Why is there no 27 in the house tonight, Mr. Helden? I see you chatting away there. So here we go, Martin. He will line up next to McLeod on the front row. The Dutchman and Sam Miller will take row 2. You go back to Kyle Matthews and Mark Grover on row 3, and Matt Blee and Ryder Taylor will round out the field. Set to go, race number 2. Oh, still in Thailand. There you go. Yeah, the dream. Here we go. Just waiting for the jokes and chatter. Martin gets a great jump. Oh, and shots already from Matthews. He's getting straight into his work, but McLeod turns right on the 666, and Miller's going to get him around, and there's going to be a big shot here from Matthews. Turns around Blee, and it'll be 1, 2, 3. No, it won't be the Dutchman, in fact, for EDR second. At the moment, Zach Martin, just in front of him, in fact, leads the way in the 135. He's got Blee up in front. Can he do anything about the 135? Drives around the outside, and Matt Blee hard into the fence. Zach Martin doing a good job out front. You've got to say that the Expendables, they will need to win this race to lift them off the bottom of the table and put them into give them a chance to race for 8th and 7th overall, because EDR took that first race win. Important points for them heading into a bye. Here's the Dutchman. Oh, beautiful shot. Oh, Matt Blee's got to get out in front of him. Friendly fire. And EDR, oh, Ryder Taylor there. No from the 34. Absolutely drills a car on the infield. Not the goods for the Expendables right there. It is Martin. He's got a bit of trouble here from McLeod. McLeod doing a brilliant job holding him up. Just gets turned around now, and Miller will move into the front. And there we go. Oh, Taylor, he was over momentarily. We are half a race distance. It's Sam Miller out front for the Expendables. Comes up on Grover. The blocking roll again. Gets caught up, turned around. Well, the Dutchie, he's having all sorts of problems out there at the moment, trying to get past Kyle Matthews. Here comes Taylor again. Look out. Oh, that's going to be over for the 2. Unlucky. Gone from the race, and Miller gets through. Oh, big barky from Grover, but he hits nothing but concrete. And that'll be damage to the 96. McLeod parked on the infield. But it's 1-2 at the moment for the Expendables. Just a few laps to go in this one. Blee trying to deal with the race leaders. Can't do anything about them this time. By Sam Miller leads it for the Expendables. Grover. In fact, it's McLeod. He's got pretty much no steering. The right front's got a fair bit of heavy damage there. Oh, there's your race leader. Was your race leader. Miller now hands it over to Zach Martin, and your lead car, Mark Grover. Check out the damage. That thing is certainly looking like a street stock at the moment. Z has put up the feds. Well, the Expendables, you got to say, have this one in the bag. 1 to go for your race leader. 1-2 at the moment. EDR and Mark Grover sits P3. The checkers are out. And can Grover here bring it around? That thing has got some massive damage to it. The Expendables, that is a big points haul there. 1, 2, 4, 5 finishes. We just wait for Grover to bring it round. 2 laps down Mark Grover was, so yeah, everyone else 3 laps plus. A big points haul there for the Expendables. So that points haul 170 points to 25, and they are going to take the lead in this battle at the moment. 170 can make it 240 for the Expendables and 150 for EDR. So EDR, they're going to need a big one in this last race. Their last qualifying race for the season. EDR with the bye next week. Will they score enough points to hold on to possibly what is going to be 8th spot on the table? As next week the Expendables will face the Rebels, and the Rebels, well, they looked pretty good tonight against the Warhawks, so a tough matchup next week. No doubt some of those Rebels guys are tuning into this race. Keeping an eye on what's happening with these expendable cars. Mark Grover perhaps having some issues out there. Okay. Yeah, Grover looks like he's possibly dropped from the server here, so EDR, This is not a good start. Oh, he did manage to get out there in the end, so hopefully he will be able to join the grid for the EDR team. Possibly won't have him on our lap timing. We do. How good is that? So the field, they come around, get set to go. Final race of the night. McLeod will take the front row. Lineup next to him, the 34 of Taylor. Zach Martin will take row 2 with Matt Blee to his outside. Cole Matthews, you can guarantee he's going to go on the blocking role again in this one. He will line up on row 3. The Dutchman to his inside, Miller. And Grover will take up the final row. And again, that lining up is rather interesting. But here we go. McLeod out front gets the jump over. Well, in fact, Taylor is showing up as leading the race on my screen, but he certainly isn't. It's McLeod leads it from Zach Martin. Go back to the Dutchman. And we got cars already on the block job. Keep an eye on the 113 Kyle Matthews. He put some big moves in the last race as McLeod just absolutely sends it round the outside. And the Dutchman, is he going to follow suit here? Slows it down a little bit, tries to turn the 113 around, but that'll open the door for Sam Miller, who now moves up into third. Martin still on a mission, trying to track down your race leader at the moment. McLeod leads the way for the EDR team. He's going to have Kyle Matthews to contend with here. Gets into the back of him. Oh, and he's got to hold him up. Does a good job. Martin now moves into the race lead. Matt Blee and Mark Grover. Are they line and wait? Ryder Taylor in the 34, holding around the pole line. Just caught the 3 there of Matt Blee. Is he going to have a crack here at your race leader? Oh, up over the pole line there for Zach Martin. Suspicious hit there. Oh! Here comes McLeod. He had to take the shot, but he's going to eliminate himself. Martin, he will probably get lucky. Oh, McLeod. Oh, you don't get much luckier than that. New race leader meantime. Sam Miller out front for the Expendables. The 666 are leading the way. There's going to be about 4 laps to go in this one. Leads it. Oh, there's cars everywhere. Oh, the 2 there, the Dutchman. It's 1-2 now. Those lead cars for EDR, they have been held up big time here, and they're going to go a lap down. Sam Miller now. 1 lap out in front, the 666. They're going to have to roll him to claim the race win here. Oh, Mark Grover looks like he's got big damage again. Zach Martin lies in wait, and the Dutchman goes round in the background. 1 lap up here. The Expendables, they came in slight favourites, and it looks like they are going to claim their first points win of the season over the EDR team. It's Miller, final time around for your race leader, and the Expendables will get it done. In the final race of the night, McLeod, he's going to limp it home in second. Zach Martin will bring it home in third. Willie or McLeod here. In fact, did Zach Martin finish then? He must have finished. The Dutchman, he's going to bring it home 4th. Taylor will bring it home 5th. That'll give the Expendables 135 to 60 unofficially, and we'll get the points up for you before we leave this one. It will be to EDR. They will secure 210 points. The Expendables, they will grab themselves 375, and it is going to be all on in the final week of racing between those two teams. Well, EDR with the bye, of course, but the Expendables, they've got to come up against the Rebels, but the points from that one, 1080, oh, and they haven't quite got enough to get past EDR. So we'll update the points anyway over the weekend. Hopefully it's a protest-free night. Looks like so far so good. But cheers everyone for tuning in. Final round coming at you next week of qualifying for the Ministock Teams League. Make sure you tune in. Don't forget Midgets coming at you Monday night. Live from 8:05. And we go IndyCar racing on Tuesday, NASCAR racing Wednesday, and then we'll bring the final round next Thursday for qualifying for the Teams League. Have a great weekend, everyone, and we will see you all back Monday.